Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Nice to have
Bonjour, bienvenidos.
you. Mucho burritos.
There you go.
Here we are. Okay. As you all can see, there's something new in Two Brothers Talking. We have our guest speaker today.
What if I haven't put him in yet?
Oh. Well, here soon, Avery will put in.
He's in.
Our guest speaker.
Now that you've said it, he's got to be in. So that guy that's just sitting there smiling,
all right.
that is our other brother.
This is our younger brother, Logan. Logan, say hello to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All 6 people.
All 6 subscribers. We're so excited. All 6 of us. So we are Two Brothers Talking with a guest speaker today, talking about random topics, which in this case, Avery and myself have no idea what our third and final brother is going to...
As far as we know,
what he is going to bring up to us. So, Logan, hit us with it.
Perfect. So, today we are going to talk about full-size or mid-size trucks.
Oh boy, this is going to be touchy for Avery. He's not going to.
Here's the thing, and the reason I chose this is because I have very strong opinions, just like my 2 brothers, on just about everything. But I really enjoy automotive stuff, and that's what we're here to talk about. So I have so much to say, but I will not start since this is not.
No, you start. You lead it off. You tell us what you want us to talk about, and we will go with that.
We'll give you our opinion.
So I want to know why you would buy a mid-size truck. That's just my question because I never would. But I want to know why.
Okay, so when you say mid-size, what do you mean? Explain to these people.
I'm talking, when I say mid-size, I'm talking about the new Ranger, the Colorado, the Frontier, and the Tacoma. And I don't even really count, the Dodge Durangos that they used to make. Those are all mid-size trucks, and full-size are F-150 up, full-size trucks. So anything over a half-ton capability is a full-size truck, technically, in the U.S. So.
Okay. So can I do? Is it? Do I have permission
take it away.
To take the lead here? Okay.
You are the eldest and the oldest, which is the same thing.
It's true. It's true. Here's how I feel about it. I think that
you're wrong already. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that when you buy a vehicle, you buy a vehicle for a specific purpose. Okay?
We have to start over. My phone fell.
We're not starting over. Just press
we don't
record
start
again.
over on this channel, Logan.
Okay. Let's press record again.
We'll deal with all the technical difficulties en route. So as I was saying,
we told him to be ready. We did.
This is so embarrassing for him.
This is not good. This is very embarrassing.
So embarrassing. Anyway, that'll be fun. You buy a truck for a specific purpose. Did it just happen again?
I'm fixing it as we speak.
You are ridiculous. Okay.
All right.
So you buy a truck for a specific purpose, right?
Yep.
Third time I've said it. You're going to buy a big, full, 1-ton diesel truck to pull a trailer of some sort.
Right.
You're going to buy F-150 because you're an idiot.
If you want to do that same thing, yes.
If you want to do the same thing, right.
Right.
If you just want a truck that occasionally you go get some lumber at Home Depot to do something with, F-150 is just fine. If you want a truck that you occasionally go to Home Depot to get some lumber with, you could probably make do with a Colorado, a Tacoma, etc. If you're not using it for work, if it's just a kind of get around town thing and occasionally you want to haul something, what's the problem?
I'll let Matt say something before I before I go.
Okay. First off, lumber was not a good example because there is not a single mini truck that can hold a piece of 2x4x8 without hanging out the backside, having to get tied down, big old problems, or leaning up on the thing. And the way I feel about it, those little...
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
There are very few new full-size trucks that have 8-foot beds. Very
true.
few.
And it's very, very sad. Our nation is full of women.
Okay. We said we weren't going to get political, but okay.
No, I was just talking about men who buy trucks with 6-foot beds are not men.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go continue, Matthew.
I just don't. I don't see the point in getting something that has a bed but isn't big enough to pull anything with when you could have a Highlander or a RAV4 and hook up a trailer to it and do the exact same thing that you want to do without having to have a truck. I think it's a waste of space. I think it's a waste of time and gas. I think it's a complete waste of everything. You can fit as many people in an SUV or more than you can in a little tiny truck, and the bed's not really doing anything, so there's really no point to the vehicle. I don't see any point in having the vehicles at all. All it does right now is it helps to sell to the masses to say, hey, if you don't want to be a real man, and you don't want to do anything productive, you could buy this thing that looks like a truck, but it's not really a truck. Yeah. But you could call it a truck, but it's not really a truck. But we'll sell it to you as a truck, but it's not really a truck.
And this is a whole nother issue. But when you call a Tahoe or a Suburban a truck, people, that is not a truck.
No.
That's all I'm going to say.
No. And though you may use it for work or whatever, I mean, you can't really... I can fit more if I put down all of the seats in my Volvo SUV than you can in your Tacoma.
Avery hauls lumber in his Hyundai.
I know he does. Because he doesn't have a truck.
It's my truck.
He doesn't have a truck.
It's your truck. So. Yeah, it's your truck. So
Can I say 2 words that are going to make you guys like explode?
Sure.
Seething mad? Sure, why not?
Subaru Baja.
I knew that would be brought up at some point in this conversation.
That is in the same category as a Ridgeline, which is
I forgot the Ridgeline.
It is a all-wheel, not even 4-wheel drive. Like, you can't select.
No.
It's just always going to be all-wheel drive, and you can't do anything about it.
I'm just going to say that I don't like them at all.
No.
I don't like these little baby trucks, be it diesel or gas, 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. I don't have a use for it. I don't think they should exist. It's a waste of a vehicle.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I really, I have a strong feeling about having the 8-foot bed all the time, no matter what. However, for instance, an F-150, if that's what you're going to get, and you're set on an F-150, and you can't get a crew cab 8-foot bed F-150. They don't exist. You know, you can get a 6-foot bed. That's the biggest one you can get. I think it's actually 5.5. And people even say those are too big. Our dad drives, and Matt drives, a crew cab 8-foot bed. Both of them have Fords that they just drive because they know how to drive them. And so I don't have a problem with people wanting a little bit smaller truck, but as far as like a full-size truck. But here's my thing, is some people say, well, I want to be able to get better gas mileage by getting a Frontier as opposed to the Titan, or a Ranger as opposed to a new F-150. If you're going to buy a brand new truck and you're going to spend, let's say, $55,000 on a mid-level Ranger, or $55,000 on a base model F-150.
They're not 55,000.
Okay, they're a lot, and they are close to that. they're going to get the same gas mileage. Now, here's the thing. If you buy an older truck, if you spend $3,500 on a F-250 from the 90s and $3,500 on a Ranger from the 90s, they're going to get the same gas mileage too, unless it's a 4-cylinder. Obviously, like Ranger will get better. But in every level of the amount of money you're spending, it doesn't make any sense not to just go with a bigger truck, because newer trucks, the bigger they get, the more efficient they're getting. You can get a new Duramax or a new Power Stroke that if you chip it right, you get the right programmer, you can get 30 miles to the gallon on the highway with a new diesel truck. Now, that's not loaded up. That's not, driving like an idiot. It's just driving normally. And anyway, I could talk all day about that, but I think it's important to recognize that you're not saving very much money by buying a smaller truck in the long run. So
the only thing I see for people with getting one of those vehicles is space saving for their garage or their driveway or something like that. And
that's very true.
In our elder brother's case, that's exactly what he would like. Is he'd like to have something that can pull a little bit of something and have the space saving, because he doesn't have a barn, he doesn't have a big driveway, he doesn't have pasture, he doesn't have land to put it on. So in the city, you don't use it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't need to pull anything. I really don't. But I do occasionally go to Home Depot and buy lumber.
Yeah.
And if I could not snake it up through my trunk and on my console in my Sonata, that would be ideal.
Very helpful.
Right?
For sure.
So if I have even a 4.5 foot bed behind me where it can hang out the back.
Yeah.
No.
That's better than having both windows open and 2x4s going across sideways in my car.
It's very true.
It is better.
You either take your head off when you get in an accident because the piece of wood goes and cuts your head off, or you take the person behind you their head off because your lumber is sticking 4 feet out from the back of your truck.
It'll be the people behind me, and I'm okay with that.
Somebody's going to die.
I'm okay with that.
If somebody's going to rear end me, they deserve a 2x4 to the face.
So I would say we are at a place where it is 2 against 1 against the small truck.
Would you say that it makes sense to buy a vehicle to fit the mission?
If it's a full-size truck, yes.
No, I'm just saying in general. If you're going to be doing rallycross, right? You're not going to go buy an Econoline.
No.
Right.
If you're going to be if you're going to start a company painting houses, you're not going to go buy a Subaru of any kind.
It's very true.
It doesn't make sense. So if you want to do a little bit of home improvement stuff, if you're just a suburbanite and you want to do a little bit of home improvement stuff and you don't want to put stuff in your trunk and you don't want to rent the truck from Home Depot every time you have to do it, doesn't it make sense to have a little bit smaller truck?
For me, I feel like...
And they are less expensive, by the way. Not much, but they are less expensive.
I feel like if you're going to invest, because most of the majority of the U.S. right now, when they're thinking about buying a truck, I mean, the trucks you see on the road are within 90% of them are less than 5 years old, right? And so, when you're talking about buying something new, for me personally, I feel like, except for maybe just like you said, which I didn't necessarily think about, garage space or driveway space, I don't feel like you'll ever regret buying a larger truck. And that's just because that's how I am in my mind. If I could have, just for everyone out there, I want a F550 crew cab, 8-foot bed, dually, flatbed, service body, crane on the side. Like, I want all the tools, the welder, everything.
He wants that to go get groceries in.
That's exactly right. Because you know why? I will never want a bigger truck. And if you're going to invest money into a truck, get one that you can have for 15 years and never say, man, now that I have the money to buy a fifth wheel, I have to go buy a new truck because my Ranger can't even pull a 16-foot trailer full of leaves.
You're going to have to go buy a new truck too, because all of the cranes and the boxes in the back of your truck won't allow you to pull a fifth wheel.
What I'm saying is, trucks are a long-term investment, or at least I think they should be. Some people, they own them for 3 or 4 years, they sell them and get another one. But for my personal life, I feel like I just want to buy one truck and never have to buy another one, and it would be as big as I could get.
I will concede the fact that if you're ever like, I will concede the fact that a bigger truck is nicer. Absolutely. There's no question that it's easier to do all the things you want to do with a bigger truck. All I'm saying is there are definitely circumstances and people in circumstances where a smaller truck makes sense for them.
Yeah. And the only thing that I would say is, if we look at the numbers, if we look at how it is, the Ford F-150, be it single cab, extended cab, or four-door crew cab, has been the #1 selling truck for the past 12 years because it's pretty much right in the middle. It is considered full size, but you can get a smaller one, 6-foot bed, you can get, and it does everything that the Ranger could do and a lot of what a 250 or 350 or something else would do. The new EcoBoost can pull almost as much as a diesel 250, and it's I would never get one because I don't trust the EcoBoost, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you tell that my brothers are Ford guys?
Well, so no. The only reason I said F550 is because GM doesn't make a solid axle medium duty truck. They just started to, but they haven't for a while.
I rest my case.
So that's the only reason. I drive a Chevy right now, so
he does. That's true,
and I love it.
So anyway, we love trucks. We don't love not trucks, but we understand those that get them if they want.
Yeah, and I will say, when I am old and decrepit and I can't get into a full-size truck, I will go and buy a Tacoma because that is the best mid-size truck ever. But
shame
until
on
I am using a walker and cannot even slide into my F550, I will then go out and buy a Tacoma.
I will get an electric lift to pick me up into my big truck.
Yeah,
I'm not getting a Tacoma. Forget it. Forget it. Anyway, thank you for watching.
This has been
hope you've had
2.5 brothers talking.
Yeah, sorry. I am not, maybe a quarter. I'm worth about 25 cents over here, maybe.
I like it.
Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you on the next time. We'll probably have Mr. Logan back at some point.
Yeah, please come back. Don't leave because of me.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.